Well, I wanted to make my introduction to this year's Republican inductee to the Hall of Fame very special and very personal. Larry, I know this is not your most comfortable setting and where you'd like to be, so I would like to start by taking you to your happy place. While you don't want to look at me and you don't want to listen to me, I'm going to let you think about your beloved Nats. So let's go Nats. But I am honored to introduce 2025's Republican inductee to the Hall of Fame, Larry McCarthy. I'm most excited for the young people in this room and in our industry to hear more about this legend among us political consultants. While Larry has transformed the world of political advertising through ads that need no introduction, Ashley's Story, Baggage, Chinese Professor, my personal favorite, McConnell's Bloodhounds, but it's really the arc of his career that's the most astounding and the most inspiring. Larry started his career at the lowest level of the US Senate, in Senator Jarvis's mailroom, literally the basement of Dirksen. Everybody here knows these are not glamorous and these are not fun jobs. But from there, he rose up very quickly, doing comms on campaigns and then at the NRSC, and then consulting to the NRCC, and growing to work alongside and counsel some of the political and media giants of our generation. Finally, he ended up making some of the most effective, most memorable campaigns of our time. And this is why candidates and consultants alike on both sides of the aisle, I've heard say many times that come October, when the glitzy rollouts and the county fairs are over, it's Larry McCarthy you want on your side for that last fight. So Larry, you have proven to all of us that that old adage is true. It doesn't matter where you start or how you start, it matters that you start. The rest of it's on you. And you have shown us from the start of your career to today how you've proved the rest of your career. 3 big things. 1, your unbelievable loyalty. You've seen it to your clients, to your staff. I think 0% turnover in 20 years. To your favorite consultants, a couple of your favorite pollsters here in the room. Number 2, your incredible smarts at reading an electorate and calling the message. And finally, your continual decency. These have come together to define an incredible and inspirational career, and I checked. There's no margin of error on that. So congratulations, Larry, but before we celebrate him, there are others that couldn't be with us here tonight that would like to congratulate you as well.
Larry McCarthy, renowned political consultant, famous doppelganger, celebrated patron of the arts. And now, AAPC Hall of Fame inductee.
Larry McCarthy is an enormously talented media consultant. His firm has produced some of the most powerful and memorable campaign spots ever created.
Looking back at the impact of his career, it seems like Larry McCarthy has always been a part of American history, with 25 cycles of service to candidates.
Congratulations, Larry. This is a big achievement and a real recognition for not only being the best ad guy in the business, but for actually making a difference for our country and the conservative cause over decades of work.
Larry and I go back a long way. We didn't really know each other when we were together as undergraduate students at Georgetown, but when I bring the Georgetown yearbook out, there he is, right there, Larry McCarthy.
You wrote a script? I, Dave Sackett, of my own free will and under no duress, do solemnly swear that Larry McCarthy is dramatically, there's a spelling mistake, there's no K in dramatically. Larry is far smarter and more handsome than any of those who have come before him, even Alex Castellanos. Nobody's gonna buy that. Side by side, the dude makes you look like Danny DeVito.
You know, I was informed that Larry McCarthy is going into this Hall of Fame, and I said, well, that can't be right. The guy's kind of fidgety, he can be kind of cranky, he's usually disheveled. And then I thought about it a little bit, and I thought, well, Larry probably deserves this. He's pretty dang good.
Hey, Larry, we've been friends for 40 years. In fact, you were in the commercial in my first race back in 1984, the Bloodhounds.
Look at it this way, Roger Ailes told Mitch. Mitch was behind in the polls. He was going to lose. It was his first race for the Senate. He said, "You got nothing to lose." He was right. Mitch said, "I was willing to try anything." Roger and his assistant, Larry McCarthy, went to work on tasks. I had never before been assigned in a political campaign, assigns of finding dogs to film, preparing a man named Snarfy to act like he was a Kentucky farmer. Larry, where did you find a man named Snarfy? And I hope he's there sitting with you celebrating your introduction into the Hall of Fame.
Larry and Mitch would bring back bloodhounds for more winning campaigns.
I'm Mitch McCall, and I approve this message. Famous ads featuring Larry McCarthy.
So for Larry, the second verse was same as the first.
Larry, it's Peter Noon. You know, Herman from Herman's Hermit. Remember me? I'm the chap that you can't remember the second verse the same as the first. You know, I go, I'm Henry VIII, I'm Henry VIII, I got married to the widows. And when I come to second verse, same as the first, you sing a completely different tune.
Anyone who's been around a campaign knows it can be pretty noisy. But one thing that was pretty unique about Larry McCarthy is you didn't notice him until you noticed his work. The guy is brilliant. He became a wonderful friend, a big part of the heart and soul of our family and our campaigns. So Larry McCarthy, congratulations to you on this much-deserved award. Thanks, buddy.
It's been 4 decades of Larry changing American campaigns, the results of campaigns, the direction of this country. He's been enormously influential.
美国政府企图以庞大的开支，现在他们都得给我们干活。
You were with us from the beginning, through primaries and generals, and big, tough ballot fights. And with you by our side, we won every single one of those campaigns. Not to mention, you've been a lot of fun to work with.
I'm standing here in the Missouri governor's office, and I got news for you. Larry, without you and your team, I would not be here.
He's been one of my key political advisors for years. I rely on his counsel, his guidance, his direction. In fact, I'm sure he's taking notes right now on ways I can tighten up this message and work on my delivery.
And Larry, the answer is no. I'm not going to do another take.
All kidding aside, Larry, congratulations. You're one of the truly great professionals, and there's an entire generation of us that have learned and benefited from our opportunity to collaborate with you. While you operate in a video medium, you are one of the most skilled artisans I have ever met at the written word.
I know this is a Hall of Fame award, but let's make one thing clear. It's not a retirement award. Larry, here's to many more years making a real difference.
Congratulations.
Well done, Larry. Second verse, same as the first.
Congrats, Larry. You deserve it. You know how to win, and you always have.
Larry cares deeply about his clients. That's why he's not simply my consultant, he's also my very close friend. Congratulations, Larry, on this well-deserved honor and recognition.
Old friend, it's been quite a ride. Congratulations, Larry.
As I listened to Brenda's over-the-top introduction and that video that my partners produced, my life flashed before my eyes, and I just hope that's not an omen of something else that's going to happen. The work that earned this award was done largely by a great team, my partners Rob Hennings, Dave Whalen, Tim Meyer, Eileen Prue. A great team, great spots, and most of all, great people. I wouldn't be here today without the love and support of my beautiful and long-suffering wife, Colleen, and my spectacularly talented daughters, Kira and Nora. They endured long absences, bad dad jokes, and weird sleep patterns with grace and good humor and lots of patience. The best part about working in campaigns is you meet extraordinary people, and some of whom are even candidates. Candidates get a bad rap because they can frequently do crazy things. But one thing that has always struck me about people willing to plunge into the man or the woman in the arena is the drive and determination it takes to win. Let me give you two very quick examples. In 1984, our pollster, Lance Tarrance, walked into the room and sat down at the table and told Mitch McConnell that with 3 months to go, he was still 44 points down. McConnell did not flinch. He did not quit. His drive and determination is what led to the Bloodhound spots. On the flip side, 30 years later, we did a sequel to Bloodhounds in 2014. And it's quite a challenge to try and explain to the Republican Senate leader why you're rubbing salami all over his hands so the bloodhounds would lick his hands. Second example, last example, Susan Collins, 2020. There was never a public poll that showed her ahead. Our private polls never got higher than 44%. And she didn't quit. She kept on driving. She kept on campaigning. She kept on raising money. She kept on going from dawn till midnight. And she won by 9 points. And this is a race that our opponent, Sarah Gideon, I think was measuring the drapes in the U.S. Senate office building. Winners never quit. I want to thank AAPC. I want to thank Brenda Giannini for that way too generous introduction. Rob Pennings, Dave Whalen, Tim Meyer, Eileen Prue, Colleen, Kira, and Nora. Thank you all.